I had just killed a man's own sister for him. The job was barely over when the hit squad he sent was already waiting in the underground tunnels. That's when I realized he had never planned to let me leave alive. I grabbed the rifle I had stashed there in advance and started taking them out. When I ran out of rifle ammo, I switched to a shotgun, but the enemies just kept coming. A few days earlier, I thought I had left the assassin life behind for good. Then a man named Santino showed up with a blood marker. Years ago, I owed him a favor. He helped me finish one last job before I retired. In our world, a blood marker can never be refused. Once it's called in, you honor it, no matter what. I told him I was done killing and ordered him to leave. That same night, Santino fired a grenade into my house. Seconds later, everything went up in flames. The home, and every memory my wife had left behind, were gone. I went to the manager of the Continental, hoping there was a way out. He only reminded me of 2 rules. Never refuse a blood marker. Never kill on Continental grounds. Break either one, and the entire underworld comes after you. I had no choice but to pick up my guns again. When I arrived in Rome, I finally learned who the target was. Santino's own sister, Gianna. After their father died, she inherited the high table seat. Santino wanted that seat for himself, but he didn't want the blood on his own hands, so he forced me to do it. I slipped into the coronation ceremony and found Gianna alone in her room. The moment she saw me, she knew why I was there. When she learned her own brother had ordered the hit, she didn't run. She didn't beg. She quietly stepped into the bathtub and made her own choice. I sat beside her. I held her hand and stayed with her until the end. But the marker required proof. After she lost consciousness, I fired one final shot. The moment I left the room, Gianna's bodyguards came after me. At the same time, Santino's cleanup crew was waiting in the tunnels below. He wanted the world to believe I had murdered Gianna, then erase me before I could tell anyone the truth. I grabbed the weapons I had hidden and fought my way through the tunnels. When Santino realized I was still alive, he immediately placed a worldwide contract on me. $7 million for my head. By the time I made it back to New York, phones all around me started ringing at once. Street performers stopped playing. Waiters put down their trays. Even the people walking toward me slowly slipped their hands inside their coats. That's when it hit me. Santino hadn't sent a hit squad. He had turned the entire city into an army hunting me.